Hi everybody, this is Arabel Alva Rosales and I am your pivoting master. Welcome to Pivoting in Heels. I got an opportunity to interview Karen Hoyos, who is considered one of the top motivational speakers, not only in the United States, but also in Latin America. So you'll get to see that in just a second. I did want to give some pointers though, because people ask all the time, how do they prepare, for their next day or for some difficult situations that are coming up the next day. And I think one of the best things to do is to really set up a routine so you can set up some habits that are really, really good for you and you do them all the time. So I'm going to share with you some of the pointers, some of the things that I use to prepare myself kind of on a daily basis, very simple things. We'll go into more elaborate things later. But one of the simple things that I do, there's 4 of them in specific. So one of them is preparing my clothes for the next day. And what that lets me do or focuses me on is, what is my agenda? What do I have going on the next day? And then I begin to pick out my clothes, accessories, everything, from shoes to jewelry. It makes me focus on what is coming up, and sometimes I literally have 3 or 4 events in a day. Start off really early and then have to change a couple of times. Calms me down also about what's going on, gets me to focus on my agenda, and gets me to also start thinking not only what I'm going to be wearing, but also what I'm going to be doing that following day. So I think it's something that's really, really good for you, and it really gets you focused. Second thing that I do, and I think all of us have to do every day, is I pick 5 things that I am very grateful for that I have done, that I have been involved with. Sometimes we forget to pat ourselves on the back and thank ourselves for the things that we do or the things that we go through. And they can be from very, very simple things, to the fact that you treated yourself to a good cup of coffee. I love my coffee in the morning. Don't contact me before I have it, but I love having it in the morning and I really enjoy it. And me getting to Starbucks, I love Starbucks, getting there and having my coffee and having that quiet moment. I really thank myself sometimes for that, something very, very simple to something more elaborate, a really, difficult situation maybe that I had to deal with in the office or in a business situation, to something on a personal relationship that's just not going right. And instead of me screaming and yelling at that person, that I was able to handle it calm and cool, in a calm and cool manner. I pat myself on the back. So thank yourself. Think of 5 things that you did that day and thank yourself at the end of the day, and thank the universe too, for getting you through those 5 things. I think that's a very important thing. It's a very calming thing, and it helps you to be grateful for your life. Then the other thing that I try to do, especially if I have something very difficult that's coming up, I give myself about 2 minutes to really think about how I would like that outcome to be, and I write it down. I actually time myself and give myself like 2 minutes and write it down, the outcome that I would like to see. What that does, and it allows you to do, especially before you're going to bed, is it allows you to kind of think about it, visualize the direction you want it to go. Since you're writing it down, you're putting it away. You literally write it down and then put it aside. But you've created internally before you're going is a way for your mind to begin to figure out how to get that outcome for you. And then you're putting it aside so you can get some sleep, because especially if you have something really difficult coming up, you need that sleep. So there you go, there's that. And then there's the physical things that we should do. I, highly recommend, especially us ladies, should always wash your face, get all that makeup off of you so you feel nice and clean, brush your teeth. I mean, that's basic, do it every day. And then you may have some other routines. Either you take a bath or you take a shower or you do something for yourself. Do the same thing every day, because that allows you to begin to relax and begin to think of sleeping, and which we need very much of. So those are some very simple 4 pointers. There's more elaborate ones that may be coming down the road for sure, but I wanted to share those pointers with you, and let's get going. Let's sit down and talk to my dear friend Karen Hoyas, Miami. Here you come, and thank you so much for being a part of Pivoting in Heels, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Hi everyone, Arabel from Pivoting in Heels. So fun to be here. I get to be in Miami, which is one of my favorite places in the world. I always have fun when I come to Miami. Most of you know that I'm from Chicago, and as beautiful as Chicago is, as much as I am a Chicago girl, it's cold a lot of times, so I try to escape. But when I escape and when I travel different parts of the country, I get the great opportunity to meet some amazing people. And today I get a very special person that's here with me in Miami, Karen Hoyo. So Karen
Yes.
is known, she's amazing, she's beautiful, but she's also one of the top motivational speakers in the country.
Thank you.
No, and it's great what you've done. I mean, a lot of you that may be watching right now may have already heard of her, and if you haven't, then you should, and you should follow her, because she does these incredible seminars, because you're always sharing the wonderful things that you have to give. And so one of the things, Karen, that I like to do is I get to give pointers on how to pivot, because
Yes.
as we talked about, one of the key things in life for success, for many things, down the runway, on your personal life and your business life, is when you pivot and how you pivot, right?
Yes.
And you are one of the best individuals that know how to pivot in the world.
First of all, thank you for being here in Miami. I just moved 8 months ago from New York, so I get the point
Yes.
of the weather, and this is definitely a paradise. And I really acknowledge you for your work, and you are an extraordinary leader. And for me, it's a blessing to be here with you. So thank you so much for the invitation. And I could say many things, but I will speak for my result more than what I believe it is, because I think people can say so much. I think results speak for themselves, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
Today we have now over 30,000 graduates of our seminars. And now we focus in training other trainers, coaching other coaches, and coaches entrepreneurs that really are committed to make a difference in the world and do it from the heart, from essence, with style. That's why I'm
With style, right?
That's why I'm very connected
With
to
the
you.
seals a lot of times.
Exactly. So and do it in a way that it is a win-win for everyone. And as a mom, and as someone who is originally from Colombia, that's where my accent is from, in case you notice. I really feel that as someone who went through so much, because I'm a survivor, I lived so many things in my past, that now I am grateful for them. I think as an example, because I went through so much pain in my past, and someone who now, thank God, accomplished some of the amazing things that I didn't even dream of. I can serve as an inspiration for other people based on my results and my commitment to make a difference.
See, I think that's amazing, and that's such a great message, because I think that helps you stand out, because so many people are able to relate to you, right? Because so many people go through so many things, and so in essence, it's what you end up doing
Yes.
with the experiences
Yes.
that you have.
Yeah, we have so many people that, we have examples like Oprah, that she lived so much pain in her past and went through so much, but she decided to do something with her life. And it's not what happened to us. We heard this before. It's what we do with what happened to us. And I'm a survivor of domestic violence. I almost died. But at the moment that I almost died, I knew I had a purpose, because I survived. If you are here, if I am here, if you're watching and you're here and you are going through difficulties, and maybe you already went through difficulties and you're thinking, why am I here? It's because you have a purpose. We have a purpose here. And when we mix purpose and business and put the heart and the business in the same place, we can create an empire and make a difference in the world.
So when you're going to pivot, and sometimes those pivots are really difficult. Those transitions are very, very difficult.
Yeah.
And so when you're going to do that, if you're thinking that from that experience you're going to do something positive with
Yes.
it, right? Something that you're going to affect others in a positive way, that's what life is all about.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, because we are going to be living challenges. It's part of life. That's being human. Some people try to play safe so they don't, go through so much. And it is really even more painful to avoid growth. It's better to face it, and you already know you're going to face the challenge. You dance with it. I dance with the challenge. Maybe catwalk
So
with the challenge.
pivoting is also about dancing. Everybody knows I love to dance.
Me
A
too.
mí me fascina la salsa.
Ay, a mí
oye.
también. Salsa, merengue, lo que me pongan,
Lo que me
bachata,
pongan
everything.
A ver si salimos a bailar.
Ah,
We're talking
bueno.
about maybe we're going to go
Okay,
dancing. So we're gonna do
maybe
it.
later.
Maybe later. So let me ask you, so when someone, what recommendation would you give? Because when someone has to prepare for something very big in their life, right? Let's say it's a job interview.
Yes.
And they're scared or they're nervous, or it could be a situation when they're going to meet with somebody that they don't want to meet with,
Yes.
but they have to do that. What is a suggestion that you give that individual so that as they're coming to that pivot, to that key point, that they prepare for that?
Yes.
What would you recommend?
It's a great question. It's something I practice every day, my dear. And this is based on my faith, but it can apply to any one faith. If you believe in God, a universe, energy, love, whatever the label is, it doesn't matter. Use what works for you.
And I do believe in all that.
Exactly. So in my case, I use God, right? So what I do before I face something really important, I speak on public, go on TV, or anything like that, I say, God, you speak through me, you talk to me, you think to me. And I allow myself to be a vehicle. So God does His work through me. And once we do that, we let go of control and we allow the miracle to unfold. Because when we are leaders, we like to have control. You know, like when we're, especially a strong woman, right? We like it our way. But in that also...
We do like it our way.
Exactly. So we can also put ourselves in the way.
Right.
And we need to be open and allow God to work through us. So the magic is being unfolded. So when we can let go, let God, and I like to say surrender. You know, some people say, oh, don't surrender. No, I say the opposite. Surrender and let God do the work through you.
Many of us, one time or another, I know people that are watching, you know, sometimes you get up and you have a day where you don't really want to get out of bed. I mean, you feel a little down, something happened to you, somebody hurt your feelings, something's just not going right, or you just don't feel like you have the energy. All of us go through that. And us, we got to get up, right? Everybody's got to get up. You've got to do what you have to do. You've got twins saying, Mommy, you know. But what is something that you can share with people that are watching that helps to motivate you, and that can help motivate individuals that are watching?
Well, 3 things. Number 1, purpose. I have a purpose that is bigger than any challenge that I have. So no matter what happened in my life, I know the world needs me today. I know people are dying every day if they don't receive what I have to share. There is a person who is thinking today, I'm going to commit suicide. I'm not good enough. I don't matter. And because of my words, because of someone's word that were inspired by my work, that person changed their mind and now they're here. So for me, it's a matter of life and death. Like I have no time to allow myself to do that, because that means that somebody will literally die if I'm not serving the world. So it sounds extreme, but that's how I play. I play that game. My purpose is bigger than anything that happened to me.
Okay.
Okay?
So finding your purpose or creating it, and you can always adjust it as you're going if you're not 100% sure, but finding a purpose.
Yes,
is really
and
critical.
I will tell you guys how to do that in a moment, so you know exactly what your purpose is. Now, number 2, I surround myself with people that kick my butt if I need to. So it is important to surround yourself with people that remind your greatness. They remind you who you are. Family, mentors, coaches, alliances, like people that are there for you to remind you your greatness. So when you are in your little voice in your head, because it's the ego, the ones that feels small and low. Now, I'm not saying if you want to stay in bed, stay in bed. I stay in bed anytime I want, But if you're there because you feel depressed, I'm little, and then you need people that remind you who you are and put a mirror in front of your face.
So don't surround yourself with yes people that tell you you're doing everything great. Surround yourself with people that motivate you.
Exactly.
And push you to
Well,
be better.
those who uplift you are important too, but also the ones that may help you grow.
Yes,
I think we
yes.
have to have different groups. The ones that you are helping,
Yes.
the one that are celebrating what you're doing, and the one that are challenging you to grow even more. So that's definitely number 2.
Okay.
And number 3, not in that order, I leave it for last because for me is the most important part, is the spiritual connection that you have. So for me, it's God. So every day I get up and I give God thanks for my life.
Very
and
critical.
when you are depressed, it's because you are not being present of how blessed you are. When you are grateful, you automatically are out of depression. because you realize you have way more than many people.
And we have abundance around us
Totally.
all the time.
Yes,
we just need to
exactly.
acknowledge it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for me, my connection with God, and it goes beyond religion, it is a relationship with God. And I am very present with that relationship. And because of that, I mean, I'm like, okay, how can I not see anything but a blessing? Even if I am going through challenges, like if it's my business or my relationship, I know something wonderful is happening. Because no matter what it is, behind every challenge, there is a great lesson.
There is.
There's a great gift.
It's as soon as you do the pivot, it's usually right there.
Yeah,
It's
right there, ahí mismo. So that's what I do. That's why I leave it for last, my dear. So that's definitely those three things I practice. And just to remind people that they can, going back to purpose, because I really want to touch this piece. How do you know what your purpose is? Two things, very important. First of all, you have to realize that you have an outer purpose and an inner purpose. Inner purpose is to evolve, to grow. That means that everything that happened in your life is to learn. It's part of that evolution. Inner purpose. Outer purpose is to serve. We're here to make a difference. Now, how you make a difference is the key. What is the vehicle that you have in your heart? What is your passion? If you had all the money in the world and all the time to enjoy it, what would you do with your money and your time to serve other people? Not just you, but to serve other people. For profit and non-for-profit, both. When you have those clear, your purpose is there.
So make sure to focus on those and give those some thoughts, because if you haven't found your purpose or acknowledged your purpose, because it's definitely there, this will help you find
Exactly.
it. So one last message, if you
Yes.
will,
Yes.
to Pivoting in Heels.
For everyone who's watching right now, you are there, and maybe you're thinking, well, maybe it's them because it's something that only happened to Latinas, not for me, or maybe just because it's Latino Fashion Week and Karen Hoyos motivational speaker. No. We are mirror. This is you. This is your time. You are it. You are the one. You have a purpose. Within your heart, you have what it takes to make a difference in the world. Don't let the little voice in your head says you're not good enough. You're not capable enough. Remember, that little voice is not who you are. That is the ego voice. Say thank you for sharing to the ego. And listen to your essence. God within you, to your heart. Within you, you have all the answers that you're looking for. You
All
don't
of
need to
them.
look outside. They are inside your heart. I believe in you. The world needs you. It needs your gift. It needs your light. It needs your passion. And this is your time. This is it. Here we go.
And we
Let's
need more
celebrate.
of you. We need more of you. So how can people find you if they want more of you?
Sure. If they want more of me, they can use me. Come on, use me. They can go to my website, KarenHoyos.com, Hoyos, KarenKarenHoyos, KarenHoyos.com. All my social media is Karen Hoyos. I was very early in the
Good,
there,
yes.
so all my social media is Karen Hoyos, and I have free gift, free seminars, certification program for coaches, for entrepreneurs, coaching, retreats in Cartagena, Colombia. If you want to go with me over there.
I'm in, I'm
so
ready.
I have,
I love
yeah,
Cartagena,
let's go.
Colombia.
Next month
Me
we're
encanta.
going. We're going next month. So we have everything there. It will be my pleasure to support you guys. And thank you so
Great.
much for the invitation.
Thank you. Thanks for being here, and I'm so happy to be here in Miami. And you might see us out dancing pretty soon. But anyway, thank you so much, Karen. Love you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes.